y'all, and welcome to today's video. I am going to be getting ready for my day. It's fairly early in the morning. It's about 7 o'clock. I have a lot to do today, and I want to do my makeup. I have some new products we're going to be testing, but I also want to chat about a girls trip I went on. It was so fun. I was terrible at vlogging, so I thought we would get ready. I would fill y'all in on all the trip details. We would have a good time. We would test some new products. Let's jump into it. Going to be using the Beauty Blender Boost Firming Smoothing Peptide Primer. I've been testing this over the past couple of weeks or so, and I really have not gathered my full thoughts on it yet. So we're going to use this to prime today. I need something a little glowy. What does this say? Firming, smoothing. That's kind of what I need. My skin is a little irritated with me. You can see it's kind of like red today, but that's okay. That is okay. We're gonna cover it with some makeup. It's just been peeling. So I told you I started back my prescription retinol, and then I had taken a break for this vacation, which I didn't break soon enough because my skin was still like peeling off. And then I was like, no, like I have my collab with Unearthly coming out. I was like, I don't want to be dealing with anything. So I started it back, and now my skin is like peeling off again. So all of this you're seeing is like new, fresh skin, and it makes me happy. And I know that sounds gross, but y'all get it. I know y'all get it. So Revlon sent me their Illuminance Skin Caring Foundation. They sent me a few shades. This one I believe is a neutral undertone, 405. And this one is a warm 409. So we're going to see what we can make work. I am a olive warm undertone. So we're going to see, this says it has squalane, hyaluronic acid, skin loving, skincare makeup all in one, medium coverage, natural finish, hydrating. Now, I have oily skin. I live in a humid climate. So normally I'm not all about the hydration, but I kind of am right now. I don't mind being a little oily if it means I'm taking care of my skin as I kind of switch up my skincare routine. So I'm going to put on the foundation, and we will start talking about this girls trip that I got to go on to Charleston. Okay, so I'm pressing this foundation on. I think this is looking nice. Really nice. This is a 405, and I'm going to mix in a little bit of 409, I think, as well. But I got invited on a girls trip. So I got invited on a vacation that my friend Samantha and her friend Simbri were planning. Now at the time I had never met Simbri. I've met her now, and she is absolutely lovely. But it was a girls trip, and they were like, we want to invite a few of our friends and our friends' friends and just get together, have a good time, meet up, have a place, a reason we can all get together and hang out. So they sent out like surveys, kind of saying like where you would be able to go, kind of what your budget would be, things like that. And Charleston was one of the places on the survey. Now, I don't know who all was like invited on the trip, anything like that. I knew, of course, the people that I knew, like the friends that I had, but I didn't know the friends of friends. I didn't know anything like that. But of course, on the survey, like I basically put, I'll go anywhere. I will go anywhere, but my preferences are always somewhere tropical. Costa Rica was an option on the survey, and I was like, Costa Rica. But Charleston won, and I was very excited about that too. Again, I'm down to go anywhere, do anything. I can have fun wherever I am, and of course it was more about hanging out with friends, but I was actually really excited about Charleston too, because it's not necessarily a city that I would be like, it's on my go-to travel list. I think it was fun to have the opportunity to go somewhere that maybe I normally wouldn't pick. I knew it was still in the South, so I knew the food was gonna be good. I wanted to kind of see some of the more historical sites because I know Charleston is also a very old city with a lot of rich history. Is this not pretty? Is this not so pretty? I mean, it's glowy. Like, it is glowy, but I think when I add concealer and powder and all, it's gonna be pretty because this has a really pretty, I would definitely say, medium coverage. Like, I can still see some of my imperfections. Of course, I can still see some of my imperfections, but I like that. Medium coverage is like my preferred finish, I would say. So I'm pretty pleased with that. Now I'm going to put on my Natasha Denona concealer, and this is not a new to me product. I've been using this every day just about since I got it. Right now I'm mixing YN9 and Y7 together. So I'm just going to put a little of this on. I'm going to start with YN9. But Charleston was decided, and I was like, oh, fun. Fun. So, and if you watch Outer Banks, the show, which I love, I'm obsessed, it's like not far from there, right? It's not far from there. I think that's where they film, is in Charleston. I'm just adding a little bit of the 7, and I'll let my concealer set for a minute so it can like warm up on my skin before I blend it out. But bought my plane ticket. Samantha and Simbri were handling like the accommodations, so we just like Venmo'd them our portion of the accommodations, and I'm like, girls trip, girls trip. I was so excited for it. Wait, I need to let it set longer. I'm talking to y'all and not thinking about what I'm doing, but I need to let it warm up longer. So we booked our flights, we sent in our accommodations, and then Samantha and Simbri let us know that they were gonna try to find brand sponsors for the trip. Not that we would have any obligation. They were very clear with that up front. Like, we're gonna try to find brand sponsors. You don't have to do anything. I was like, cool, like whatever. I'm very glow with the flow. I'm like, I'm just happy to be invited to be hanging out with my friends, you know? So they found some brand sponsors. It was cool. They were able to reimburse us for the place we're staying. BK Beauty paid for the house we stayed in. It was so nice, but I don't even have to talk about them, which was also really nice. But I mean, I think most people on the trip had already tried BK Beauty. I already had all their stuff. I was a customer before I was like an affiliate with the brand. So I was like, cool, I like BK Beauty. I like Lisa J. I had never met her before, but I was very excited to. Let me blend in this concealer, and then I'll come back and we'll talk a little bit more. Okay, concealer is blended. I bought the new products from Give. I bought their highlighter, which we'll play with, but I really want to play with mine from my collaboration. But we're going to play definitely with the duo. So this is the Give Beauty Pick It Up Cream, Contour, and Powder Bronzer Duo. I bought the duo shade Smokin'. So I'm going to use this cream. I used this once already. And I don't really have like much thoughts on it, so I want to use it again. Okay, so I'm going to pick this up on my BK Beauty brush, of course. This is the 110, and I'm just going to kind of put this where I would put a contour, kind of right under my cheekbone here, and I'm going to blend. So we got the trip sorted out. I knew a few people that were coming. You know, I knew that I was going to be rooming with Angie, my bestie, Angelica Nyqvist. I was like, perfect, because we've roomed together. So, I mean, I've stayed at her house. She stayed at my house. Like, yeah, we can room together. And then I knew in our suite, so the house, it's like a very old historic house, but they have divided it like almost into townhomes. So it was all connected, but also kind of separate. And then we had like the main townhome they call suites, had like a bigger living area, so we could like use that for like common area type of thing, like walk out, more like group hangouts, you know. So me and Angie were rooming together, but in our suite townhome type thing, there were 2 other rooms, so Samantha was not able to come. Okay, I was just talking. I don't know where my camera cut me off at, but basically I was just saying that Samantha was not able to come due to a personal emergency. She could not be there. Watch her channel, her Instagram, check out all of that if you want updates from her. Definitely keeping her in my prayers for sure. But Glam Latte, who is Jamie, was on the trip. I had never met her before, but I was able to meet her on this trip. I had followed her for a long time, and I was very excited to get to know her. So let me tell you the blush though, because we finished up the cream bronzer. Doesn't it look nice? I think it looks nice. I bought one of the new Nars liquid blushes. Every brand under the sun is launching liquid blushes, I think. And as much as I look at them all and go, oh, another liquid blush, another one, I'm also like out here buying them. So they got me. This is the Nars Afterglow liquid blush in their famous shade. Everything I talk about will be down in the description box. Now I'm thinking this is going to be sheer leaning. Let's see what it says. Blush liquid. Well, that's not helpful. Is this? No, there's nothing helpful on the packaging. I could look it up, but we'll just go in with a healthy amount. So Kelly K Bella Beauty was also in my sweet townhome thing, whatever. Her and Leah shared a room. Leah Janae, who I also love. So I knew Kelly from before. Know Kelly, know her kids, know her mom, know her brother, know her nephews, know her husband, her kid. Like I've met the whole family. So I knew Kelly. Well. We talk multiple times a week. That was very sheer. I think a sponge is not going to be the way to go. So I'm going to put some more. I love this shade. I know this shade is like played out and tired, but I still love it. I'm actually going to grab my Sigma Switch, buff this off, and I'm going to use this brush to pat in my blush. So I'm just wiping this off. Sigma sent me another one of these, and I'm so happy. They sent the larger one. I'm using my small one right now. I love it. It cleans your brushes off for you, like, so you can use them. I love. Okay. So yeah, Kelly was over there, and then Leah Janae, who I'd never met in person, but we had spoken a lot through like DMs. I know I've been following her for years. I know she's been following me, or like, you know, we've interacted. We've been definitely like social media friends, but we had never like spoken to one another. So I was very excited to meet her. And I have to say, everybody that I met, and we'll talk about everybody on the trip as well, everybody that I met is exactly who they are in their videos. They look exactly the same, because I know the temptation sometimes to see somebody and look at them and think, there's no way they're that beautiful, that nice, that friendly. Like, there's no way. There's got to be something else going on. But no, literally everybody I met, I was like, oh, okay. Like, they're really out here just themselves, being beautiful, being amazing, which was so cool. Look, this looks pretty, doesn't it? It looks like glow. Like, it just looks like, oh, a little pinch of blush. So for those of y'all who don't like the pigmented blushes, you may like this one from Nars. I think this is pretty. Let me blend this cheek in, actually, and let me set my face with powder, because I haven't even started talking about the actual trip, because I'm just telling you, like, I got the message that, okay, like, this is the house, and these are the people who are going to be in your suite. I also knew, like, some other people that were coming. I want to say a lot of the people that were coming, I didn't know, but I knew who they were. I just didn't really, like, know them. Of course, Makeup Molly, I had kind of talked with her back and forth. Amy from Amy Loves Makeup. Amanda from Makeup Just for Fun. Like, I had kind of talked with them online, but I was super excited to meet them in person. Tina from The Fancy Face, Kelsey, Brianna J, like, so many people, Lauren May Beauty, and Linda from Glitter Fallout. But Linda is also like a friend. We talk every single day. I'm like, listen, if I video chat you from the bathtub, we're friends. So I knew Linda and I'd been texting with her and just so excited because this was our first time like meeting in person, and it was so wonderful. It was so amazing. Okay, let me get my powder. Let me collect my thoughts because I'm like a squirrel, y'all. Like one thing to another, bouncing around. That's why I don't do a ton of these like chatty get ready with me's, because I am not the best at organizing my thoughts all the time. So let me set my face with powder. Let me do that. Okay, so I'm just gonna set my under eye and all with my Huda Easy Bake powder. This is probably my most like mattifying long wear type of powder, and I have a lot of things to do today, so we're trying to lock everything in. And since I'm testing this new foundation and this new-ish primer, I want to make sure I'm using like tried and true powders to lock everything in. That way if anything starts breaking up, I know it's not because I used the wrong powder, you know. Okay, so I'm gonna grab a little bit of a finishing powder. I really like using like powder foundations with a big fluffy brush, so you're not like packing and getting coverage, but you're getting like that locked in set. That's what I need today. So I'm gonna grab my BK 104. You're like, Heather, is this video sponsored by BK Beauty? No, I've been using these brushes. I'm kidding. I'm just having fun. I'm just having fun. But travel day came, so I'm all excited. I'm like having to have a layover. There are no direct flights to Charleston, which is crazy. It's only like a 9-hour drive, but I'm like, by myself, I'd rather just fly. So I have these connections. The best flight I could get was leaving at 7. So I have to get to the airport early because Memphis airport's crazy. You never know what to expect. You never know what to expect. So I get there 2 hours early, and I'm glad I did. I'm glad I did, because just getting through security took over an hour. So then I get to my gate before boarding. I'm like ready. We get on the plane. It's a couple minutes till 7. They're like, we're due in on time. Everything's going great. We're about to leave, y'all. We're headed to Atlanta. I've got my connecting flight. Like, I'm ready. I'm tired, but I'm like excited to meet my friends, right? So then the doors close. Everything's good. They're like, buckle your seatbelts. And then the pilot comes on. And he's like, hi, we have a mechanical issue. Doesn't seem like a big deal. Somebody's coming to look at it. And in my head, I'm like, this is not good. This is not good. This is not good. Now, what is good is that we found out there's a mechanical issue while we were on the ground, not while we were up in the air. So let me just go ahead and point out the bright side. I know. I'm glad. We were on the ground. We found out there's a mechanical issue. So, you know, like, time is passing. Time is passing. Time is passing. We're just sitting on this plane. And the longer the time is passing, the more I'm like, chill, Heather. Chill, Heather. Chill. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. You're fine. And I'm like panicking inside because I'm like, why aren't we leaving? So, long story short, we had to get off the plane because they couldn't fix it. And they were like, well, we'll try to get everybody on flights as best we can. So I stay because I'm like, okay, I would like to go home and be with my husband and kid. Like, should I just drive to Charleston? It's 9 hours. But should I just drive? What am I going to do? And I was like, okay, maybe I should go home. But they're like, okay, Heather, we're going to be able to get you into Charleston. It won't be till midnight, so you could go home if you want. But we also have these other flights we think we can get you on to get you there earlier, but you have to be standby. So doing that means also that I couldn't go home. I had to kind of wait around and see. So I waited in the airport for a long time. Long story short, I was thinking I was going to get into Charleston around midnight, missing a lot of the first dinner, the first meeting, everybody. I had already talked to Molly from Makeup Molly, and we were going to like meet up and have lunch together because our flights got in at the same time. And I was able to get on an earlier flight, and it had me getting into Charleston around 7:30, which was not ideal, but it was better than midnight, right? It was better than midnight. I had Linda from Glitter Fallout, so sweet, was texting me like, if you get in at midnight, I will take an Uber. I will come get you so you don't have to be by yourself, which was so nice. Is that not so nice? I'm like, that's really a friend. Like, she was gonna come and like stay up and get me, and Linda's not like a late night person, so that meant even more, I think. But I ended up getting in at 7:30, and I've been talking all this time and I haven't even got into the trip. So let's talk about it now. I feel like I'm giving you the backstory. Like, good grief, Heather. Okay, so I was starting to get really nervous. I wasn't super nervous beforehand. I was more excited because I'm like, I'm going to see my friends. I'm going to make some new friends. I'm going to a fun city. But with me coming in so much later, I started to get in my head, and I was getting really anxious because I was thinking, and this is all in my head, this is nobody else making me feel this way, because I'd been texting Simbri, and she's like, don't worry about it, just get here safely, like, it's fine. But I was thinking, I'm going to be coming in later than everybody else. Everybody else is going to have met each other. Even though flights were coming in at different times, it was all kind of in the same time. I'm like, they're all going to have met up already. They're all going to have introduced themselves to each other. They're going to have eaten lunch together and traveled together and gotten to their rooms and been excited. And like, I'm going to be coming in, and I'm going to be coming in as this outsider, and everybody's going to be like, oh, hey, like, I was just like, I am going to be coming in, and I'm going to be on the outside starting off. And I was getting just kind of anxious and upset. Of course, I knew, like, the people that I knew. Like, I knew Angie and Linda and Kelly and stuff were going to be happy to see me. But I don't know, I started to just freak myself out, thinking I'm coming so late, I'm not going to be able to, like, meet and connect with anybody. And of course, that wasn't true. That was not true. That is not what happened at all. I landed in Charleston, and I texted Simbri because I knew that they were at dinner. And I was like, should I go back to the house and wait for y'all? Like, that's kind of what I was thinking. I don't want to interrupt dinner. I don't want to, like, I just didn't want to interrupt anything. I didn't know how it would be. And she was like, no, like, come to the restaurant. So I just Ubered straight to the restaurant with my suitcase. Let me look at our itinerary and tell you actually where it was. So I've been trying to insert, like, some vlog footage for y'all because I did not do good vlogging at all. But I did get some clips. And if you follow me on Instagram, you've seen, like, I was posting stories and stuff. And I did save those stories as a highlight. So if you want to see more, definitely check out my Instagram account. But the first night we were at Butcher and Bee. I'm very thankful. Simbri and Samantha sent out, like, where we were going to eat each night. They asked our dietary preference, which is nice because I am not a picky eater, but I am a vegetarian, and I really appreciate that they asked about that up front. Anyways, I walk into Butcher and Bee, and everybody was like, yay, Heather's here, it's so nice to meet you. Like, everybody was so welcoming. They were so happy for me that I made it. They were like, are you okay? We're so sorry. Like, your plane broke. Like, all this kinds of crazy stuff. Like, they were so nice. Everything that I was like, oh, I'm going to be the outsider and nobody's going to care about me. Nobody's going to want to be my friend. All of that, of course, was in my head. Everybody was so nice. And I said then, and I still feel this way now. It was almost like I walked on the set of my favorite TV show, because I know there are people out there who are like, I don't watch YouTube. I watch YouTube all the time, especially my friends and my favorite creators. Like, I watch all the time. So I feel like I walked on the set of my favorite TV show. I'm like, here are all my favorite people. Like, I've been watching you for years. I've been watching you for years. Like, oh my gosh. So that was really cool. And the atmosphere at Butcher and Bee, so cute, like so adorable, and just overall a good time. Sorry, I got this dry skin. Let me prime my eyes though. Let me prime my eyes for shadow, because we are going to play with my collaboration with Unearthly Cosmetics. I'm not going to spend too much time talking about this. It's going to be available on May 25th. I will put all the info in the description box. I have the palette, I have the highlighter, I have the gloss. I already have a video explaining everything. I have tutorial. We're going to use it again, but I'm going to put on eyeshadow primer first. Okay, so I'm going to play with, I don't even know what shades I want to use. I want to use them all, but we're going to create like a more simple look. No false lashes, probably barely any eyeliner. It's going to be like an easy type of look. So I think what I'm going to do is maybe start with my green, start with Regeneration. I'm going to be using all my BK Beauty brushes. So let me pull up the itinerary so I can more talk about things. So we went to Butcher and Bee, and that was cool. I enjoyed getting to talk to some people, meet, you know, other people, talk to people face to face for the first time. I'm just using a small brush, and I'm keeping this shadow low because I don't want this look to be super dramatic. Okay, so like the table that I sat at Butcher and Bee, I was next to Kelly, I was with Leah Janae, I was with Jamie Glam Latte, so all my like sweet mates except for Angie, she was at a different table. And then yeah, so my sweet mates, Kelly, Leah, Jamie, and then also at the table was Amanda, Makeup Just for Fun, and Amy from Amy Loves Makeup, who I love. I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm so happy to finally meet y'all. I just feel like we have so much in common. Like, they're so cool and chill and fun, and just got to talk for a while. So that was really, really nice. And then we were able to go back to the house, and Simbri and Samantha had planned this game for us. So they said it was White Elephant, which I'm like, I don't really know what that is, but I was like, okay, it's kind of like in my family we call it Dirty Santa, where you like bring a gift and you're able to like steal it and swap it and stuff like that. So Simbri had told us like, bring a gift, but that's it. So I didn't know what to bring. I had actually went out to like local boutique or whatever that sold like, I don't know, like in your town, do you have stores that are just very like giftable places? Like they have so many things that are so cute, and they're like, everything you see, you're like, that would make a perfect gift. So I went to a store, a local store like that. And actually when I was in there shopping, because like I said, they give us no direction, just bring a gift to swap. Like, there was no price range, there was no theme, there was no this is who you're buying it for. There was none of that. So I was walking through the shop, like my son went with me, we were looking at different things, and I saw this charcuterie board, cutting board, whatever you call it. And it was so pretty. It was like wood, and it had like this stone thing going through it. And as soon as I saw it, I was like, Amanda from Makeup Just for Fun would love this. And I'm like, okay, this is what I'm gonna buy. She came to mind because, like I said, I've been following her for so long, and when I saw it, I was just like, Amanda would love this. So that's what I bought. And the game was actually like so chaotic. Like, it involved dice, you like pulled a present, stole a present. Like, that's fun. I enjoy like having fun like that. Amanda actually ended up with my prize, and I ended up with the prize she brought. She brought these like affirmation cards and then this journal. I won it. She's like, I knew you would love it. I'm like, oh, friends. It was a lot of fun. The game was a lot of fun. So that was also like a really good icebreaker too, you know, because it was like something everybody could sit and do. It was kind of silly. It was lighthearted. It was fun. So that was a really, really good icebreaker. And then we were able to just kind of like sit around, hang out, talk, go back to our suite whenever we wanted, go to bed. It was so cool. And then like BK Beauty, Ochre, Sigma, ColourPop, Undefined Beauty, they had all sent like stuff for goodie bags, and that was really exciting. When I got back to the room, I was like, just a lot of stuff. Garnier sent some skincare things. Like, it was really, really cool. But okay, while I was there, actually, I went to Sephora with Angie and Leah, and Angie was telling me I need this Glossier #1 pencil in Ochre. So I'm going to put this in the waterline. I don't know that it's going to fit with our look today, but we're going to make it fit. So I'm going to try it. It's this yellowy color. Ooh, that's pretty. Let me put it just in my waterline and kind of on the lashes. Okay, so I want to use the pink shade Nymph right down here. And so let's see. The next morning was chill, right? Like, you could go to a coffee shop. So I will also say, like, BK Beauty paid for the house. They paid for some of the meals, activities, but like Ubers, transportation, like my flight, Ubers, food, besides the dinners, like, we paid for that. So we went, there's like this local coffee shop, went there, hung out, and then Unearthly Cosmetics actually kind of sponsored a brunch. And when I say sponsored, like, I was not sponsored, they paid for the brunch. It's one of the brands that Samantha and Sabri were able to connect with, and they did brunch from this like local place and had their Don't Be Jelly palette, their highlighters, some other products. I really like Don't Be Jelly. I actually bought that palette beforehand. I do have a video here on my channel, 3 looks using that palette. And I was going to use it today, but I wanted to use my collab instead. Now, let me say, I did not talk about my collab on the trip. I didn't really tell anybody. Maybe I should have. When we went on the trip, like, everything for the collab was, it was done. It was done. It was ready. I knew when I got home, I was going to be, like, filming my video, sharing everything with y'all. I was going to be telling the world, but I did not talk about it on the trip. I just didn't want to make it about me. I don't know if that makes sense. I don't even know necessarily like how to communicate that, but I wanted this trip to be this trip. The Unearthly brunch, like, Don't Be Jelly is so beautiful, and like, people were loving it so much. I didn't want to be like, oh, you think this is pretty? Wait till you see. I worked with them, and I worked with them on the best collab ever. Like, you know, I don't know. I just didn't, like, I wanted this trip to just be this trip, and I didn't want to make it about me. So I didn't talk about it. I know when I announced my collab, so many people were like, you didn't even tell me about this. And I'm like, I know. Like, I didn't want to talk. I didn't know how to talk about it. I didn't want to be like, look what I made. Isn't this beautiful? I don't know. Like, I kind of got in my head about it, and I was like, I'm not gonna talk about it until reveal. So, but the brunch for Unearthly was so, so cool. I loved seeing like other people get to try the brand because they're just so good. They're just so good. Like, I love that Don't Be Jelly palette. I love the multi-chrome highlighters. So everybody's like taking pictures and stuff like that. And I just have to say, like, I feel like I let y'all down because I did vlog some. Terrible. Like, it was nothing that was watchable. Like, I just got clips. I did not do good at vlogging. I feel like I did a great job of staying in the moment. I was just so excited to be with everybody and like hang out and talk to people that I wasn't like thinking enough about my camera, and I wish I would have, because so many other people made great vlogs, and I will link them down below. I'll link everybody on the trip down below so you can check them out. Because it was just fun. I want to do Life. I'm going to do this one kind of all over my lid and on the inner corner. So after the brunch, we had a little bit of downtime, and then ColourPop did this like class, I guess you would call it, for us, where they hired this like Charleston based bridal makeup artist who was so insanely talented, and she had a model with her, and she just kind of showed us some of the techniques using some ColourPop products that she really enjoyed. ColourPop products, that's kind of a tongue twister, isn't it? And kind of just talk to us about kind of some of her techniques and stuff. And ColourPop had us all like fill out a survey before we went with like our shades for like their concealer and stuff. So we had the goodies we needed to do our makeup. ColourPop was celebrating their 9th birthday this year, so they had cookies and stuff. It was very cool. I'm like, oh my gosh, wow, this is very, very cool. And they sent us their most neutrally palettes, which I thought was pretty cool, especially since we had brunch with Unearthly. Don't Be Jelly is such a fun, bold, colorful palette that I thought it was really cool that with ColourPop we got their more neutral palettes. So it was kind of like, you know, no matter your makeup preference or style, like there was something going on for you that day. Okay, I really, really like this eye look. It needs to be more blended, so I'm going to go through. I'm going to do some blending. I really like that. Yeah, I just need to do a little blending, and then I will be back. I'll put on my mascara. No more eyeliner, but I am going to put on mascara, and we will talk some more. Okay, I'm back. I put my mascara on. I'm wearing the Milk Rise Waterproof Mascara. Milk sent me this mascara. I was like, did you send this to me on accident? But I'm very excited about it. I can't believe Milk sent me this. I am impressed with this first run. I'm very picky when it comes to mascaras. I do like this packaging. I like this wand. I think my lashes look nice, but this is not a review. First impressions, second impression, they're not reviews. I follow up my reviews later. I'm going to keep testing this and trying it, especially this waterproof claim. I'm going to be judging it extra hard, but so far, so good. I'm going to use the powder bronzer now to kind of top everything. I can still see the cream, and I can still see the blush, but I want to top with the powder. So that's what I'm going to do, and we'll continue on talking, right? So after the ColourPop thing, we had some downtime, and then we had dinner at, the place was called Church and Union. So it was this old church. It was beautiful. The food was good. It was fun to hang out, and Lisa J, who is a creator, the owner of BK Beauty, was there with 2 people from her team who were so nice. I was very excited to meet Lisa because I've been watching her for a long time. I've been watching Lisa for a long time. She just seems so sweet. And then I really like BK Beauty, and y'all know I love independently owned brands anyways. So like knowing it's like Lisa's brand and no one else's, I really like that. So it was cool just to hang out with them. We got to come back to the house, do some karaoke, be silly, have fun, just hang out. I stayed up till about 3. And then I was like, okay, it's time for me to not go to sleep, but have decompress time. I don't know about you, but at night, I can't just go to sleep. Like, it doesn't matter how tired I am, and it was the same when I worked a night shift at the hospital. It didn't matter if I was up for 24 hours. I need that decompressed time before sleep. So at about 3, I went back, I got in bed, I did my skincare routine, and just kind of like chilled out, had a little time to myself. Angie came back, and I was intending to get up and go to coffee early with Linda the next morning, but didn't end up going to sleep till like 4. I texted Linda at 7. I was like, I'll meet you soon. So I think we ended up meeting closer to like 7:30, 7:45, something like that, because Linda is the early bird, but me and Kelly and Leah walked, met up at a coffee shop with Linda, got to hang out and have fun. And then that next day was a beach day. So one thing about me is I love the beach. I love the ocean. I know, like, such a hot take, right? So many people love the beach. I love it. I love hot weather. When it's hot outside and I'm like, oh, it's so hot, that is me complimenting. I just love it. I love it. I love the sun. I love the heat. I love everything. So I was so pumped for our beach day. And then the day came and it was kind of overcast. And to me, it was chilly. I get cold very easily. Some people went to the beach. They got in the water. They swam. I ended up going to the beach, but I did not get in the water. I did not swim. Me, Angie, Molly, Kelly, Leah, we went to the beach. We walked on the pier and kind of saw the ocean and things and took photos, saw what it looked like. It's so different because I'm used to, like, the Gulf. To me, it was just fun to, like, see the different. Like, it was really, really pretty, and I enjoyed, like, taking photos. I enjoyed seeing it. And then we went and got some lunch, and that was fun. Amy and Amanda met up with us, and it was just really, really, really cool. Okay, I have a lip stain. Before I do blush and highlighter, I want to play with it. I bought the Huda Beauty Lip Blush Creamy Lip and Cheek Stain. I bought the shade Rosy Kiss. I want to put a gloss on top of this, so I want to go ahead and lay this down. I'm going to use it with ColourPop Lippy Pencil in Dopey. So we're going to try these two. We're going to let these set on the lips, and then that way, before we're done, I can kind of put my gloss on. So let me kind of talk to you about the creators on the trip before I kind of go any further. I'm just going to sharpen my lip pencil. So Simbri and Samantha put it all together. Very kind. My first time meeting Simbri. I really love meeting her. She has this 90s supermodel hair. It's beautiful, soothing voice. Loved meeting her. I also got to meet Lauren Mae Beauty, who is just as cool in person as in her videos. I was really excited to meet her because I think she's just, like, cool. You know when you try to think of words to describe people, and I'm like, Lauren's just so cool and beautiful and talented, of course, you know. And I told you I met Kelsey Brianna J. We are actually planning to meet up soon because she comes to Memphis a lot. So we swapped phone numbers. We're gonna get together, which I'm so excited about because I'm just excited to have, like, a friend that I get to meet up with in person. Even if it's not all the time, like, here and there. I'm so happy about that. She was like, yeah, I come pretty often. She's like, if you're ever busy and you can't get together, like, it's fine. I was like, no, I will make myself available. I will make myself available because I just had so much fun hanging out with her, talking to her. So I got to meet Amanda Z. I got to meet Steph from Beauty Unhyped. Again, I will link everybody down below. I got to meet Kaki. I really, really enjoy her videos. I think her commentary is so fun. Her skin always looks perfect in real life too, not just her videos. I got to meet Jen from Jen Loves Reviews, which was really cool because I've been watching Jen for years and I always watch her Sunday live chats. Even if I can't be there live, like, I will always go back and watch the replay. So that was really cool to meet her in person. I got to meet Shelly from Shelly Saves the Day, which was also really cool because everything I know how to do on YouTube and social media is because I Google it. And I've watched a lot of Shelly's content. She makes a lot of, like, tech social media type of content, so that was really cool to meet her in person. I got to meet Kelly Gooch. I love her videos. Like, I told her, I was like, you were like the TikTok hair queen. I love watching her TikTok hair videos. It was just cool. Hannah Louise Poston, like, her voice is just so, like, soothing and lovely, and I'm telling you, it was, like, so surreal to meet all these people. So surreal. while my lip stain kind of sets and dries, because this is beautiful. I do want to put a gloss on top in a minute though, but while that, I'm letting that like set and dry, I want to use this as a blush topper. This is Renewal from my Resurgence highlighter duo, my collab with Unearthly. This, you can use it as a highlighter, you can use it as a blush topper, whatever you want. It's like this red, pink, copper, orange, like multi-chrome. It's very pretty. It's very sparkly, which I love. Y'all know I love to sparkle. Tina, very excited to meet her because I, again, have watched her videos for so long. So it was just like, it was so fun. I really, really enjoyed meeting Tina. She's a very, very kind person, very fun, very outgoing, like very beautiful. Like it was just so fun. What I want to do is lightly tap into Renewal. Just lightly with this kind of fluffy brush. This is a 108 from BK Beauty, and I'm just going to lightly tap this over that Nars liquid blush so that I have like a glow and it's more of just a blush topper. So we did have a farewell dinner that night. Let me look up the name of the place. It was an Italian restaurant. It was in Indico, not Indigo, Indico. And it was Italian food. It was delicious. And I have to say, like, the heart of this trip, I believe, was women supporting women, a girl's trip. And that's what it was. It was so interesting as well to, like, talk to people who are pursuing their passions and who love beauty and who love creating and who love sharing. Like, not everybody there does content creation full time, you know, like people have other jobs, some people have kids, some people don't have kids, some people are married, some people aren't married, some people, you know, live here, some people live there. And it was just so fun to get together and talk, and none of it was like I'm better than you, or I'm better than you, or I do this, why don't you do that. It was all like just very cool, like what do you do, or I love how you do this, I love how you do this. We're so different, like when it comes to makeup, but I love your content. Like just very supportive, very fun, and I just left the trip kind of on a high, like feeling so good and so supported. And on the trip, honestly, I also felt like, how do I even say, like I was feeling more confident because I was seeing other people be confident in themselves and hyping each other up. And it was just, it was really nice to be around people who just want to lift up. Good grief, I'm just dropping stuff. It's being online can be a very like negative experience because you're constantly being told horrible things about yourself, or like horrible things that people perceive about you, we'll put it that way. And to have this time with other women to where we're just all encouraging each other, it was really amazing. Let's try this Give Beauty highlighter. So this is the Check My Glow multi-dimensional illuminating highlighter. I bought the shade Homegrown Glow. So this was like the second shade. And I saw a video like Gwen Stefani was even using the shades individually. Cool for her. I want to kind of swirl them and mix them and wear them together. So yeah, I hope y'all enjoyed this little get ready with me about the trip. I just really, truly, isn't that pretty? Oh, it looks really good over this blush topper too. Like it's this more of this like champagne-y type glow. So here it is with the highlighter. I know I'm glowy because I know I did the blush topper and the liquid blush and all. But like without it, with it, very pretty. But yeah, I hope even though I didn't like succeed at vlogging, I hope that y'all enjoyed me just kind of like talking about the trip, sharing about the trip, the little girls trip I got to go on that was so incredibly fun. Oh, I'm so into my look. I'm so into it. I think it's fun and colorful, and I'm here for it. I actually bought a perfume. Me and Angie and Leah went to Sephora, and that was a lot of fun. I bought this Hermes perfume. I'll put the name in the description box. But Angie was like, you have to smell this, really good. She liked it. And I like that they offered like this smaller size because I smelled it in store. But you know, like, it's also nice to be able to like purchase a more travel size and see like how it wears on you, what you think over time. So I bought this one. I'm going to spritz myself. It smells good. It's very green scent. So I'll definitely keep you updated on what I think about that after I wear it more. But so far, really been loving that one. I want to do a gloss. I just want to say I'm doing my gloss, of course. This is Omen from my Heather Austin and Earthly collection. I'm not trying to make this video all about that. I'm just proud and excited. And if you're interested in the collection, I want to show you as many ways to wear it as possible. Is this not the shimmeriest? The prettiest with no grit whatsoever. I really like it on top of this lip stain. That's pretty. I'm going to spray my face with a little bit of my Milk Makeup matte setting spray. This is their Pore Eclipse spray. I really like this one. I think it's really nice, and since I'm so glowy, I think it would be nice to kind of lock down with the matte setting spray. All right, y'all, this is my finished look for today. I have a lot to do today, so I'm looking forward to wearing this makeup out and about. But I hope you enjoyed this Get Ready With Me, hearing about the trip. It was just really nice to hang out, have some friends, because listen, it's not always easy making friends. I have definitely had some recent experiences, not online, I'm not talking about online, but like in my day-to-day life, where I've tried to make friends with people and they don't really want to make friends with me. And it's not fun, and it's not easy. It's not always easy to make friends as an adult. So this was really, really nice. I really enjoyed it. I hope that you enjoyed hearing about it. I hope you enjoyed some like photos and footage that I was able to show you. Definitely let me know, do you like these types of videos where I talk? I'm just not good always at organizing my thoughts and telling things in a way that makes sense. I feel like sometimes I'm so all over the place, just not my strong suit doing these types of videos, but I do enjoy it. I enjoy sharing my life and things with y'all. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you liked this look, and everything I talked about, or if I didn't mention a product, anything like that, will be in the description box. Thank you for watching. I hope that whatever you are doing, you are having an amazing day, and I will see you very soon in another one. Bye.